Right now, it seems like the Avs are at their best when chaos is going on. Avs win over the Buffalo Sabres 6-4.
Arturi Lehkonen! Colorado has won the Stanley Cup!
This game was certainly all over the place, but at the end of the game, the Avs got a win, and the world the Avs are living in right now doesn't really matter how the bread gets made, it matters if they get across the finish line. I do think the Avs made this harder than it had to be, but they didn't make it so hard that they couldn't get the job done. The first question is, does JT Compher playing against Buffalo count as an ex-player curse? It sure seems like it. Avs on the power play, interestingly, running Devon Taves with the top unit instead of Cale Makar here, but this is mostly just the MacKinnon show. Look at how much space he uses and how much space he can create. Just by cutting deep into the zone and cutting back, he gets both defenders drawn out high with him, opening up room for JT Compher. Now, Compher isn't in a particularly dangerous spot here, and he's not even going to try and shoot this puck. He's trying to slip one through to the opposite side to the back post, probably to Mikko, but he gets a fortunate bounce. The man coming down from covering MacKinnon is going to reach his stick in and just redirect a pass directly into the net. You take it. A fortunate bounce gives the Avs the first goal of the game. You definitely will take that, and the Avs are a significantly better team when playing from ahead. I say that knowing they relinquished this lead in the first period. The first goal they give up is a little bit frustrating because they immediately give away the momentum they got from that first goal. Buffalo just comes right down and answers less than 2 minutes later. Through the neutral zone here, you're going to get a little bit of a mishandling of the puck from Erik Johnson. This shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it does allow Buffalo into the zone, and things fall apart quickly from there. One nice pass through Magna creates a 2-on-1 situation with Jacob MacDonald, the defender, and MacDonald gets stuck in the middle. He doesn't fully take the pass, he doesn't fully take the shooter, and he catches himself just a little bit too deep in the zone, just overcommits backward enough to open up a passing lane, and he gets burned for it. Unfortunately, with the injuries the Avs have, Jacob MacDonald being out of position defensively is something they're going to have to live with on some nights. And the Avs almost got out of this period 1-1, and really, you were okay with that here. 1, because it's a road game. 2, because Buffalo played the night before. A second half of a back-to-back, if you keep it even early, their legs will run out and the Avs will be fine. The Avs just took too many penalties in this hockey game. Yes, I know some of them are soft. Yes, I know some of them are questionable. You cannot take 7 penalties in a hockey game. It's just too many. The Avs have to do that better. That's not a skill level thing. That's a just don't do that thing. And instead of getting out of the period 1-1 with 10 seconds left in the period, Buffalo takes the lead. The Avs penalty kill still involves some pretty complicated rotations, so when EJ goes down to slide here, the initial play is good. He breaks up the pass and stops any immediate danger. But as the play continues to develop and EJ continues to slide on the ice, Devon Taves comes down to help out with the puck. You've now committed both your defenders to one player, and EJ is no longer doing anything effective. This creates a lot of open ice on this penalty kill, and from here, certainly Lehkonen you don't have a problem with. He has to take the man cutting across the middle of your goal. That's normal. Cogliano gets a little bit caught out here, but what's he supposed to do? There's danger up high, there's danger on the back door. Depending on how Taves plays this, there's even danger on the near side. You can't expect him to cover 3 guys by himself. So as the Avs lose this puck battle, it gets kicked out to the far side, and all of a sudden Tage Thompson has a mile of space to do whatever he wants. You could argue Georgiev overcommits is a little too aggressive here with no help, and he does get burned because of that, but the Avs PK committing all 4 guys to this quadrant of the ice, that is the big mistake here. While statistically this certainly wasn't a good game for Georgiev, and maybe you'd like him to play that a little bit better, I struggled to put any of the goals in this game on him. The Avs in front of him just kind of made it easy for Buffalo at times. With that being said, he certainly didn't bail them out to the extent he has been tonight, and that's why it was impressive that the Avs got the scoring that they did, particularly from their depth units. The Avs found the solution to this game, and that was simply be better at special teams than Buffalo was. They generate a 5-on-3 opportunity, which they not only score on that, they also score on the ensuing remaining power play too. Most of this 5-on-3 has been pretty stagnant for the Avs. Not a lot lot of people moving their feet, not a whole lot going on, but it just doesn't matter. Look at that. Cale holding onto the puck, gets Buffalo to commit to a triangle that covers maybe 10 feet in total area, maybe. And once this doesn't go in, Cale recognizes how deep Buffalo is and sees MacKinnon wide open. He's able to get this puck to MacKinnon 1, and then MacKinnon is able to create just enough space, just get a shooting lane here, and completely finish the job. Nathan MacKinnon is this good. This one, kind of another fortunate bounce for the Avs as this secondary power play is winding down. It is an unbelievable job from Cale right there to, 1, keep that puck in, and 2, immediately know where to go with it to get it out of danger. Just immediately on the backhand, right to Mikko Rantanen's tape. That is some weird alien stuff going on there, but it keeps the Avs in possession in the offensive zone. Mikko's able to make a nice little chip pass to MacKinnon, who just throws it towards the net. You get a nice rebound, and Lecky is able to just finish this one on the backhand. Anytime you sleep on Nathan MacKinnon, you're going to pay for it. Anytime you think he's a little bit off, all he needs is a couple of inches to make you pay. He would end up with a 5-point night tonight. That is the difference in this hockey game. The Avs have Nathan MacKinnon. Buffalo does not have a star of that caliber. Did I mention he would score another goal just a few minutes later at 5-on-5? This is what happens when you have two of the best players in the world out there together. Taves just flips it up to Makar. Makar decides to turn it up ice and turn on the Jets and get involved in a play when Buffalo isn't ready for it. It creates an odd man rush for Colorado to the tune of really a 3-on-2. It's technically a 4-on-2, but just not that involved is Mikko. So Cale walks in deep. You have Lecky pulling the men back, driving the net. That opens up just some kid named Nathan MacKinnon, and this time he doesn't have to do very much to find the shooting lane. He's already got it. He gets to walk in, pick his spot, and just beat a goaltender. It's games like this where you understand Nathan MacKinnon is one of the best players in the world, and on any given night might be the best player in the world. Unfortunately, the Avs continue to take bad penalties, not just one, but two on the same play to give Buffalo their own 5-on-3, and they do a good job. They nearly kill the whole thing, but they do give one goal back. 20 seconds left on this 5-on-3 for Buffalo, and the puck has not come out of the Avs zone once. The Avs are doing a decent job of defending, but eventually a puck just gets to a spot, and Georgiev can't get across quite quick enough. And credit to Dylan Cousins, this is an incredible shot up top. That one's kind of an inevitability. You just can't give a team a 5-on-3 and then fail to clear the puck enough that they basically get the full 2 minutes in your own zone. But the Avs' depth has the answer. They're able to get that one back in the second period so they can go into the third with a 2-goal lead. The Avs are recognizing Buffalo's legs are going at this point. They're quickly getting pucks up the ice and skating hard to just beat them in various different ways. The Avs' third line gets into the zone quick. They're able to throw it towards the net. They don't do any of the complicated stuff. Leave that to MacKinnon. Get the puck on net, good things will happen. Cogliano, the man crashing to create chaos in front. It's able to get chipped out, and Compher wins the race, gets it in a grade A area. Hell of a night for Compher as he finishes nicely. I know MacKinnon had a 5-point night, but JT Compher also had a 4-point night himself. So the Avs with multiple pieces going off, and Compher being the depth one is a little bit less expected. Yes, MacKinnon's driving the bus, but he needs that support from guys down the lineup. Sometimes the Avs get it right now, sometimes they don't. They got it tonight from JT Compher. In the third period, the Avs continue to make their life as difficult as possible, immediately giving a goal back to Buffalo. The very start of the third period, Buffalo wins the faceoff clean, and Devon Taves just falls asleep. Not sure what he's doing here. He just kind of floats forward as his man is taking off full speed into his zone. It's the set play where Buffalo whips it in deep. Would be an icing if Taves wins the race, but Taves sleeping in the neutral zone means Alex Tuch gets a breakaway, and it's a nice finish from Tuch. This is the one play that I have a bit more of a problem with. The other ones are a bit chaotic. There are definitely mistakes there, but this one just seems like Devon Taves got caught sleeping. I have no excuse for this one. That's the type of stuff the Avs cannot get away with their current lineup. Thankfully, with Buffalo on that Segababa, their legs do kind of run out, and the Avs control the third period from there on, eventually getting the empty netter and making the 6-4 win. Again, this wasn't a great game. It was pretty fun. Lots of goals, lots of back and forth, but nowhere near the Avs' best. And even if this version of the Avs lineup were to play their best, It wouldn't look anything like a healthy Avs lineup best. I really struggle to nitpick about issues a lot of the time on a bigger picture with this team right now because issues are just to be expected with the lineup they're icing. So I'm not going to overthink this one too much. We're just going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and 10 goals is a lot of goals.